Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into something absolutely massive, the 2026 World Cup final. But we're not just talking about the match, we're breaking down a completely unprecedented prize waiting for the victors. I'm literally so thrilled to guide you through this, because, well, we're witnessing nearly a century of tradition colliding with a brand new chapter in sports history. The stakes? They've quite literally never been higher. Let's get right into it. Okay, here's our game plan. We'll start with the 2026 World Cup final itself, then explore this historic new prize, and really explain how the championship ring works. After that, we'll look at Argentina and Lionel Messi, contrast that with Spain's unbreakable defense, and finally ask who makes history? Right, Section 1. The 2026 World Cup final, Argentina versus Spain. Let's set the stage for this absolute clash of titans. This Sunday, two genuine football giants are going head-to-head at the massive New York, New Jersey stadium. We've got Argentina, we've got Spain. They're battling for ultimate glory in front of over 82,000 screaming fans and honestly, a global audience of billions. The atmosphere is going to be absolutely electric. Both squads have survived a totally grueling, emotionally draining tournament to get here. We're talking extra time, intense fatigue, insane pressure, all to chase a legacy that lasts forever. Moving on to Section 2. A historic new prize and a 96-year first. Because, guys, the champions are playing for something the football world has literally never seen in its almost 100-year history. So, for decades upon decades, World Cup champs have celebrated their win in one very specific, legendary way, by lifting that iconic physical trophy. You know the one, the absolute masterpiece designed by the renowned Italian sculptor Silvio Gazzaniga, crafted from solid 18-karat gold. That trophy has defined football immortality. But now, FIFA is shaking things up. They're bringing in a distinctly North American professional sports tradition right alongside Gazzaniga's 18-karat gold masterpiece and those heavy winners' medals. For the very first time, reports are telling us FIFA plans to award official World Cup championship rings. It gives the players a wearable, everyday piece of history long after the confetti is swept away. How cool is that? Let's dive into Section 3, the championship ring explained. We're looking at exclusivity and design. What do these rings actually look like? These rings are basically a perfect bridge between past and present. On one side, the design pays beautiful homage to that historic Gazzaniga-designed trophy we just talked about. But the flip side? That's where it gets highly personalized. Just like there's a long-standing tradition of engraving the winning nation's names right onto the base of the physical 18-karat gold World Cup trophy, the side of this ring will be custom engraved with the winning country's name, right next to the official tournament crest. It totally ensures the ring is a unique artifact tied specifically to this Sunday's victory. And when it comes to scarcity, keep this number in your head. 2026. According to the reports, that is the exact total number of these championship rings that will ever be produced. Period. It's a really clever nod to the year of the tournament for sure, but practically speaking, it creates an incredibly sought-after collectible. Once they mint these 2026 rings, they are breaking the mold. So, who actually gets them? Out of that super limited batch of 2026, only about 30 are reserved for the folks who earned it on the pitch, the winning players and their immediate coaching staff. That leaves the rest of the rings potentially up for grabs for global fans and collectors. Think about that for a second. Fans could literally own a piece of the exact same history as the players. The emotional pull of wearing the identical commemorative ring as your favorite World Cup champion, yeah, that's going to drive absolutely unprecedented demand in the memorabilia world. But wait, handing out highly personalized jewelry right in the middle of a chaotic post-game celebration, that's a logistical nightmare, right? Because they need custom engraving and exact finger sizing, the final rings won't be ready right at the final whistle. So here's how it plays out. Step 1, the winning captain and head coach gets ceremonial placeholder rings on the field during the celebration. Step 2, they do all the behind-the-scenes custom sizing and engraving. And finally, Step 3, the real personalized rings are formally presented to the team a bit later down the line. Makes sense, right? All right, Section 4, Argentina and Lionel Messi, the offensive juggernaut. Let's look at the first squad fighting for these rings. Argentina has essentially willed themselves to a second consecutive World Cup final. They earned their spot this Sunday through a wildly dramatic, totally physical semifinal match where they edged out England 2-1. It was one of those fiercely contested games that just keeps you on the edge of your seat until the very last second. But they proved, yet again, that they have the mental resilience and the sheer firepower to dominate on the biggest stage, even with the immense pressure of being returning finalists. And honestly, you just can't talk about Argentina without bringing up this truly staggering number. Orchestrating the absolute magic for them, once again, is Lionel Messi. He's netted an astounding 8 goals in this tournament alone. It's just a phenomenal achievement. It shows exactly how dangerous he still is in front of the net, just totally defying his age and tearing up defensive game plans. But he's not just scoring, right? Add his 4 assists to the mix, and Messi is undeniably the absolute engine of Argentina's entire offense. 12 total goal contributions. He's finishing plays with ruthless efficiency, but he's also creating them, pulling defenders way out of position and threading passes that frankly seemed physically impossible. It makes the Argentinian attack incredibly complex and nearly impossible to shut down. Which brings us to Section 5, Spain's unbreakable defense, the immovable object. Standing in Messi's way is a team that literally defines discipline dominance. Spain marched into this final with an absolute masterclass of a performance. They locked in their spot by completely shutting down a powerhouse French squad, winning 2-0. It was a flawless display of positional awareness, suffocating pressure, and intense tactical discipline. They didn't just beat France with the ball, they dismantled them with their structure when they didn't have the ball. It perfectly sums up their entire tournament. Actually, the most mind-blowing stat from Spain's run is just the number 1. They've allowed exactly 1 single goal during their entire journey to the championship match. Think about the attacking talent in modern international football. To only concede 1 time across the group stages and all those high-stakes knockout rounds, that's almost unheard of. Their organized defense is, without a doubt, one of the most compelling stories of this entire 2026 World Cup. So, here we are. It is the ultimate clash of titans. On one side, Argentina's relentless, high-octane offense, driven by Messi's 12-goal contributions and a squad that lives to attack. On the flip side, Spain's suffocating defensive wall, having given up just a solitary goal the entire tournament. It's the classic unstoppable force meeting the immovable object. This tactical matchup promises an unbelievably nerve-wracking game of football. Finally, Section 6, Who Makes History? The final showdown. It all comes down to this one unforgettable match. The stadium is set, those 2026 brand new rings are waiting, and the teams are ready. So I'll leave you with this to chew on before Sunday's kickoff. Will Argentina lift another physical 18-karat gold trophy, cementing a storybook back-to-back ending for Messi's legendary career? Or will Spain's organized new generation shut all that magic down to claim football's biggest prize and become the very first team in history to wear the World Cup championship rings? Whatever happens, you won't want to miss it. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and enjoy the final.